chat.
It's that bad. All right, well, ladies, I have a little question based off of what all y'all just said. So you said that you've been single for about 7 months. You said,
Yeah.
okay, but you said you don't really know, like, kinda.
Technically.
Okay. Well, I want to know, is everybody celibate at this table? Like, has everybody not been having sex over the last like month? You're actually celibate.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you celibate?
No.
Are you celibate?
No.
Are you celibate?
Huh?
Are you celibate? No? Are you celibate?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, so you're not
No, I'm
celibate.
just playing. I am.
Ladies, I want to know
Smart.
something. I'm really curious about this. So why are you not in a relationship but you're sleeping with somebody? I'm just curious. Is it because it's pleasure, it's fun? Like, why do you think like that it's good to do something like that? Because to me it's living in your pleasure, it's hedonism in my eyes. It's just doing something because it's just pleasuresome to you. So I'm really curious, why are you sleeping with guys but you haven't been in a relationship in, you said 3 years. So why are you sleeping with guys but you haven't been in a relationship for 3 years?
It's not that I'm just sleeping with him. We're building onto something. So that's why I'm still there.
Are you really building onto something, or is he just leading you on and you think you're building onto something but really you're not?
No, I think we actually are because if I knew
How long have
that
you been
way,
sleeping with him for?
I'm trying to get my face.
I'm sorry. I'm just very curious. I like these kind of dynamic relationships, these situationships a lot, because they're always very different. Very curious.
It's been a month and some now.
You talk closer a little bit to
It's
the
been
mic.
a month and some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, yeah, it's short. Then yeah, there might be something to develop in there. I just like to tell ladies though, be careful because if you just do stuff like that, the man of your dreams or like the guy that's a really good husband guy that takes you seriously, you might be walking past him every day, or you might not be giving him a chance right now because you're giving a chance to that guy, that might not take you seriously. I don't know. Maybe he might. You've only been sleeping with him for a month, so I'm not gonna sit there and judge anything because you never know. But yeah, I want to know for you. You said that you've been celibate for the last month, but you were in a situationship before that. Why do you choose a situationship whenever you're not being taken serious by the guy?
Well, it wasn't really like a situationship. It was like still involved with my ex-boyfriend, so it was like figuring things out. Yeah.
Y'all just didn't know what y'all wanted mutually, kind of.
I mean, it was like we kind of did, but we didn't really know how to make it work. There was too much, kind of like what somebody else said, like conflict with egos, like people not really playing their part to the best of their ability, a lot of trust issues. So then it got to a point where it was like, all right, like really right now, no matter what, this is just not working. It just got old after a while.
Okay. I want to know about you. So you said for 7 months, you've been kind of single, but you're not celibate. So like those guys that you've been with lately, is there like, why do you think you're doing that? Do you think there's a point to it? Or are you going to make them into a husband, or what do you think?
And don't add the S to the guy.
Huh?
I said, don't add the S to the guy.
Oh.
There's only one, but
Okay.
it's a situationship. I'm not gonna lie.
Can you talk closer if you can?
Yes, I see potential for sure, and he's just been showing different ways. So I guess that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. Okay. And what about you? I know you're definitely not celibate. So even though you tried to act like tried to plead the fifth, but
because y'all been coming for me all night. Let me just break it down. So first of all, I was celibate, but I met this person, and deep down, like I knew I was gonna take him serious because I just am not in that mind frame right now. But it had been a minute. I was celibate for like 7 months. So I just, stuff just happened and it happened.
Okay.
But it wasn't my intentions.
Okay. What about you? I want to know, why, like, I know you said that you're not celibate, so I want to know, like, why have you been doing this for a year also?
Well, it's the vibe. We've been knowing each other for a while. That's the homie. He has my back. I have his. We've been through a bunch of things together. So,
yeah, it's just fun.
Chilling. It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fun. The biggest reason why I don't like it when ladies do this is because you accidentally can get into a cycle, a habit. And the next thing you know, you're walking right past the guys that might be the perfect thing for you. And you're never giving those guys a chance because you're focused. You're completely focused on one person that might never give you the chance. So yeah, I always say that the one leverage that y'all have is sex. So if you want to leverage to get a really good guy, you probably shouldn't be having sex with other men because it's just going to ruin it, 9 times out of 10.
I think that's a mental thing, though.
Definitely.
What do you mean? Yeah, go ahead.
Like I feel like for you to lock in on somebody like you slept with once, that's a mental thing. Like your mental strength. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, if I happen to
Here,
meet
talk closer if you can.
if I happen to meet a guy and let's say we're talking and we sleep together, just because I slept with him that night doesn't mean Eric over there is gonna get ignored because he's really checking for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, so there's something called genuine desire, and like
John,
the way genuine desire works is you can really easily get something called alpha widowed, which means that like you have a guy that you're sleeping with, he's an alpha to you, you really like him, you keep sleeping with that person. Women don't like to sleep with multiple people. If they can, they're gonna get it all from one person.
Right.
So you can easily get focused on that one person, get alpha widowed by them, and next thing you know, you really will ignore all these other people, and it's just because it's in your mating strategy to do that. It's not in your mating strategy to do what you just said. It's not. You can try to do that as much as you can, but it's very rare that it's actually going to happen for you, or that it's actually going to work, because it's so easy to be alpha widowed. It's so easy for you to be, kind of addicted to a whole nother guy just because you're sleeping with them. Now, don't get me wrong. You're right. Sometimes some other guy can come out of the woodworks and you can have genuine desire for them, but it really just depends, And that's another thing I want to talk about is genuine desire. Do you know what genuine desire is? Well, how often do you like sleep with some like how the guys that you've been in the longest relationships with, did you sleep with them on the first night, or was it 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? How many dates did it take before you finally slept with them? Was it the best relationship? I'm not talking about, like just that shitty guy that you kind of gave a chance. I'm talking about your best relationships. Did you sleep with them on the first night?
my best relationship.
Yeah.
Ooh, you getting technical. Technically, it's like.
Well, even just when you think about all the guys that you've really, really
Okay,
liked,
so-
did you sleep with them on the first night, or did you make them wait 2 or 3 weeks?
The ones I really, really liked. No, it was probably like a month.
You would make them wait a month, even though you really liked them, to have sex?
What do you mean? Yes.
Oh, wow.
Because it's not just a lust thing for me. Like I need to mentally be attracted to you to just.
I mean,
bust it
you're the exception to the rule then, because I talk to tons of women every week on here, and it's the complete opposite. They always say that the guys who they have genuine desire for, they sleep with them on the first night. And that's the problem, is that there's a lot of women that do that, and that's fine. But you just got to realize that you're going to be attached to that person after you do that, because you have genuine desire for them. You really, really care about them.
Kind of like
And like,
soul ties.
yes. I want to ask every girl here, like, is there a guy that you've slept with on the first, like same question I asked her. If you had to choose between the guys that you've slept with on the first night and the guys that you've slept with after 2, 3 weeks, which ones did you have the most genuine desire for? The guys that you slept with on the first night, or after 2, 3, or a month?
Well, I've never slept with anyone on the first night, so.
Wow, this is a cap ass panel, dude. This is cap, dude. They're all trying to
so
be
serious.
perfect people over here.
Never.
Okay, who's actually had sex on the first night at this table?
I'm not saying.
Who's
I'm
gonna
not
be
saying
honest
I've
and
done
say
it
and be
before.
honest?
Like,
Who's
I'm
gonna
gonna be honest.
I
Okay.
have done it before. I'm not gonna lie.
That shit
I have
is not
done
it.
it before, but if I slept with you on the first night, I don't take you serious. I just don't.
At all.
No,
You don't.
Okay.
I don't, because I know what I'm looking for. Like, okay, like I said, for example, like with my last encounter, mentally, I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? But
So sex is just a game. It's just for pleasure to you.
It's not just a game. We're not just pleasure, but goddamn, it had been a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, I need to know if I still got it.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So are you saying the guys that you really like, you're making them wait, but the guys you don't like, is like on the first night?
Y'all, it's how can I explain this?
I just feel like I don't really be thinking about it that
That's
deep.
what I'm
Like I'm not really
saying.
contemplating.
Of course you're not
before
thinking
I
about that
go,
deep.
like,
Of course you're not
ooh,
thinking.
like,
This
no.
is all subconscious. This is not stuff that you're thinking about like a math
This is
problem.
what I see.
This is
Right,
not
but
how
like,
it works.
Okay, so
No.
say the night of, I'm not thinking about like, oh, do I like you enough to sleep
It's
with
that
you on the
I'm
same
telling you,
night?
it's not
like,
a math problem. It's a vibe. I know what you're gonna say. It's a vibe. Like I know. I've talked to a million women. Okay, I know how women talk. It's a vibe. Okay, so what I'm saying though is those guys that you vibe with, those are always going to be the guys that you have actual genuine desire for. Like for you to have genuine desire for a guy that's sitting there putting a lot of time in and getting nothing in return, it's a very rare thing. Most like y'all can see here. This might be a panel of perfect women that don't do anything wrong, but I've had plenty of panels of women that are not perfect and they sleep around a lot. They do have sex on the first night, you know, like they do have genuine desire. Those
Why
people.
you look at me when you said that?
I'm not choosing nobody. I'm not choosing
I
nobody.
just feel like having sex with somebody on the first night doesn't mean that you just like them so
Right,
much. Oh my
right.
gosh, I genuinely
Yeah.
just want you so badly. There's
it's
not really
more
a correlation to
likely,
me.
like, yes, you might just be sexually attracted to them and you just want to have sex with them, but that means that somebody really likes you. Like for a
But then what
guy,
if it was
No.
trash?
I feel like when somebody kind of pisses me off, or like I'd be like, I don't want to have sex
You
with
don't
you
wanna do
anymore.
that.
Like once you're like cringe to me, like I don't want to have sex with you. I don't want to hang out with you anymore. So then, regardless if I had
are
sex
you trying
with
to tell me that guys that are cringy actually get to have sex with you? Because that's I
No,
never
I'm
hear
saying,
that
no,
Please
ever.
answer
I'm
the
saying
question.
if I have sex with somebody on the first night, right, and then after the fact we're still hanging out, and then I find out they're cringy, I'm like, I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want to have sex with you anymore. So it doesn't matter that I had sex with them on the first night. I'm still turned off based off of something
Okay,
else.
let me go back to what this all started with. What I'm trying to explain is that when a woman usually has sex on the first night with a guy, it's usually because she really fucking likes him. Because that is something that y'all prize a lot. Sex is a big deal to women. Like y'all don't give it out to every guy.
Yeah,
Even
I
though
think
every
it's
guy
like
wants
that.
it, y'all don't give it out to every guy, okay?
Yeah.
So because of that, when y'all give it to a guy on the very first night, it is a fact that he's probably doing something fucking right. He's doing something right for you to want to give it to him on the first night, especially since some of y'all are saying y'all don't like to do that. So if you're doing it on the first night, he has to be a pretty special man. That's all I'm trying to say. So is that you would have to have genuine desire for those type of people. It's not something that a woman isn't going to sleep with a guy just because he's just a normal dude. It doesn't work that way, especially on the first night. He has to have something special about him. That's all I'm trying to say. Now, y'all can sit here and deny about genuine desire and all that, but I'm not going to debate y'all over that anymore.